Hi guys, in this video we're going to take a look at an app called AR Makr, M-A-K-R, by Line Break. This is an app that described as Augmented Reality Playground. Now I'm going to read the description from the App Store. AR Makr is a creative toolbox for augmented reality. Sketch, scan, and snap the world around you. Transform your creation from 2D to 3D virtual objects. Place your creations anywhere in your environment, record, save, and share your scenes with friends. Now there are pre-made collections which you can use, which means once you use them, you can use the sidebar in order to place the objects that are inside that collection. And once you decide to do so, you just need to scan the floor in front of you, detect the surface, and then you can start placing objects. So here you can see the app detected the surface, and just tap on it, and then you can see a few options that you have. The first one is to place items. You can just drag them, not drag them, just tap them and then tap the place button in order to place them in the environment, and then you can resize them and move them on the vertical axis if you like. There's also a redo button and undo button at the right side. As you can see, those two arrows. There's another option which you can use. We're gonna go back to the creation process a bit later, so just wait with me a bit. Here you have the option to create your own 3D model and bring it into AR. So what you have here, you have the option to take a snapshot, to load an image from your gallery, or draw it using the paintbrush. As you can see, you can choose the color, and whatever you draw here is gonna replicate itself or warp itself around a 3D object which you can choose. So it can be just a plane, it can be a circular object, square object, as you can see. And I chose a square one, and I just saved it, and then I can bring it into the world alongside the other 2D objects. As you can see, I'm just placing the 3D objects onto the surface. So here you can see, I'm just scrolling down. You can see your creation at the bottom of the sidebar where all the items reside, and then you can resize it and place it in a place that you want it to be, and then it's locked on the floor, and then you can just move around it. As you can see, I just drew one facet, and then it's replicated itself to all the cube facets. Now this might remind you something, like a painting app that we can paint in 3D. So I personally prefer having the option to actually draw in the 3D space, create an object, draw it, and then encapsulate it into an atomic unit which can just move around, rotate like this one. But you don't really have that such degree of customization here, because the tools that are available to you are kind of limited. Yet I think it's a nice way to allow people to feel that they made something in 3D. So in that way, it's kind of nice, right? You don't really have to start drawing and make sure you are aligning the lines correctly when you draw it in the 3D space. So in that aspect, I think it's not bad having this option. So here you can see me moving around the object, and you can see that it's flat. It's not 3D. It's actually a 3D plane, but it looks flat. Here just losing a bit of tracking. Again, the AR experience, the AR performance, wasn't that good. Again, I can't just point to something that really made it work not that great, but it wasn't perfect, and actually was in a good lighting conditions, and with a very good textured surface, so it should work well. Here I'm putting Medusa. Again, this is an illustration, 2D illustration. You can see it doesn't have depth, it's very thin. Now as you can see, once you combine these objects, placing them, resizing them, and positioning them where you want, you can actually create your own little stories. You can actually take pictures and record a video, and create a little story for yourself and share it with friends. Now, as you can see, now I'm saving the scene, because if you are building a complex scene, you probably want to save it. So you click the save button, and it is saved. And then you can give it a name and load it later if you want to stop working on it and continue, for example, the next day. This is something that you can do. The app takes a snapshot of the scene, and then you can write a title and save it for later. Now, the good thing about this feature also is that it allows you to save several scenes. You're not limited to only one. I've seen some apps where the developers only allows the user to save just a single save session, but here you can save as many as you want. I mean, I didn't try to save as many as I want, but I didn't see any like a strict limit, or the app says to me that there's a limit of number of savings that you have. This is also from a predefined story elements, so I can put the piggies, and the wolf, and create my own story with it. About the recording option, again, you have the option to take a photo or record a video with voice, but there isn't any way to add a text unless you import a text image or do like a drawing on the plane with the text. But again, this is not that convenient. I actually wanted to create a comics with this one, but I wasn't able to because I didn't have the right tools for it. So here you can see I'm just framing my shot. I told myself, oh, this looks nice. Actually, I want to share it. So I'm taking a photo, and then you can see this is the photo. Looks nice, right? So I'm just recording my little story. So I just created the scene, and I'm recording a voice with it. So there are 3 pigs and a fox, and that's it. This is my story. Yay! Now you also have the option to add objects while recording a video, but this is buggy. I don't know what. I mean, for 2 reasons. One, the buttons on the right are placed on top of each other, and the second one, when I place them, it doesn't matter which one I place, it placed flat on the surface. And they are also very jittery. You have this noise effect. I don't know, something that is not right, and this is why I've decided not to use it here. But it's just something that if you try the version that I tried, you can notice it. But once you start recording a video, none of the UI elements will appear in the video. It's just going to be your virtual assets appear with the video stream. So here you can see these are my scenes, and now you can see all the starter templates which you can use, which already contain some objects we can use to place them in the environment. This is some explanations about how you can create your own custom scene. Here what I'm doing is just capturing a snapshot and then placing it. The app places it on a cone, a 3D cone. You can of course choose any object that you like that at the bottom, and I chose a cone, and then I created kind of I removed part of it, and this is something really cool. I can actually delete part of it, and then it's masked out, and then you can see how I play with it in a second. So now I'm placing the cone with the image that I've captured a few seconds ago, and as you can see there's a hole there, and then you can put things inside. It's so cool. I actually like this idea, and this is just something I did without even thinking. Of course you can use it to create more interesting stuff. So here I'm bringing another, this is a cube that I made with an image that I imported into the app, and now I'm placing a few cubes inside the cone itself. So that part of placing objects inside the cone that I made made me quite interesting. It was interesting, and I kind of enjoy it. So these are the things that you can actually do with AR Maker. It doesn't have tons of tools, but maybe it's good for new users who are new to augmented reality and want a simple creation tool to just go and start creating things from themselves and feel this part of creativeness with this app. But again, it's lacking many tools that allow more advanced users to take it to the next level. This is why I think this can be used maybe for kids who want to experiment with creating stuff in augmented reality, or parents who want to create with their kids some little short movies and share them with their friends. Something really cool, kind of telling a little story and then with voice. It can be interesting and fun, both for kids alone or for parents with their kids to have some fun together. Now the app continues to improve. I've seen an update on January 2019. So I expect this app to have more features in the upcoming probably weeks or months. We'll see. And that's it. If you enjoyed this app, go and download it right now. It's free. And have fun with it. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you very soon with more cool augmented reality content in the next videos. Thank you. Bye bye.